Section 1. A big beautiful wall of debt. The U.S. border with Mexico, a 1,954-mile line in the sand that's become a political and financial football. Texas Governor Greg Abbott, for example, recently demanded a cool $11 billion from the feds. That's billion with a B. What's this 11-figure invoice for? Border security, naturally. But as with most things involving this much money, the details get murky fast. Even Democratic Senators Mazie Hirono and Elizabeth Warren are demanding receipts. They've formally asked Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin for a breakdown of border mission costs, including the ever-controversial Guantanamo Bay. Because if we're pouring billions into border security, we deserve to know exactly where it's going, right? But here's the kicker: illegal crossings are down, way down. We're talking potential record lows. So is all this spending actually working, or are we throwing money at a problem that's already sort of solving itself? Section 2. Record lows and lingering concerns. Let's talk numbers, folks. A leaked report from Customs and Border Protection suggests daily migrant apprehensions are down to about 350. That's a 90% drop from last year. Now you might think the Biden administration would be popping champagne corks at these stats, but you'd be wrong. Word on the street is they're still not satisfied with the pace of deportations. It's like they ordered a double cheeseburger with extra fries, and they're laser-focused on the 2 fries that fell out of the container. This apparent disconnect between plummeting crossings and the administration's laser focus on deportations raises some eyebrows. Is it a matter of principle, political posturing, or is there something more we're missing in this whole border security equation? Section 3. Show me the money and the data. Transparency, my friends, transparency. It's not just about knowing how much we're spending, but also how effectively those funds are being used. Sheriff Thad Cleveland of Terrell County, Texas, gets it. He's all for transparency, especially when it comes to these border missions. He's also got some pointed questions about the cost-effectiveness of sending in the troops. Think about it. Deploying military personnel to the border is expensive. We're talking salaries, transportation, equipment, the whole shebang. Sheriff Cleveland, a man who knows a thing or two about securing a border, suggests maybe, just maybe, drones and other fancy tech gadgets might be a tad more efficient, and he's not alone. Experts have long argued for a more tech-savvy approach to border security. We're talking sensors, surveillance systems, the whole 9 yards, the kind of stuff that can cover more ground, faster and cheaper than a battalion of boots on the ground. Because let's face it, we're living in the 21st century, people. Time to upgrade our border security game plan. Section 4. Boots on the ground, questions in the air. Terrell County, Texas. A sprawling expanse of rugged terrain that knows a thing or two about illegal crossings. Sheriff Cleveland, the man in charge of keeping things secure, has noticed something interesting. Despite the surge in Border Patrol agents, his county hasn't exactly been overrun with activity. In fact, things are surprisingly quiet. Now you might think the extra manpower is the reason, but Cleveland has a different theory. He credits the Biden administration, arguing that their leadership, whatever you might think of it, has actually deterred folks from attempting to cross illegally. It's a fascinating idea, that strong leadership, even from afar, can have a real impact on border security. But it also raises more questions. If this is the case, then why the continued push for massive spending on physical barriers and military deployments? Is it a matter of optics, or are we missing a crucial piece of the puzzle? Section 5. Cameras off, accountability in question. Remember body cameras, those little devices that were supposed to bring transparency and accountability to law enforcement? Well, it seems like the Border Patrol has hit the pause button on those. Officially, it's because of a glitch in the storage system. But come on folks, we've all had computer problems. We don't just stop doing our jobs because of a technical snafu. This lack of transparency is particularly concerning when you consider the power dynamics at play. Border Patrol agents operate in a high-pressure environment, and it's crucial that their actions are subject to scrutiny. Body cameras, for all their flaws, provide a level of oversight that benefits everyone involved. The bottom line is this: border security is a complex issue with no easy answers. But one thing's for sure, throwing money at the problem without addressing the underlying issues or demanding transparency is about as effective as, well, trying to secure a border with a screen door.